All right, all right. Welcome back to another episode. On today's podcast, we have a man whose music I was listening to today, and I think yesterday as well. But from what I saw on Apple, he hasn't put out anything since 2023. A single, maybe. Welcome to the podcast. Introduce yourself, brother.
What's up, y'all? I go by the name of Tracy Lamont,
Mm-hmm.
coming to you from Virginia by way of Dallas.
Mm-hmm. All right. So tell me about it. So I was listening to one of the projects earlier today, and I forgot. Shoot, but it was jamming. It was jamming. I forgot the name of it. So you had one in 2023, and then I think it was two in 2023, right? You
Yeah,
put out
yeah.
two in
So
2023, and they
I
was jamming. Like I was listening to him. I was like, "Oh, my man, he fire." So what happened after that? What happened after that? Did you just take a break? Did you have a kid? You went to jail? What happened? What happened,
nah,
man?
nah, 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 no jail,
Or did
no
I just
jail.
was I just on Apple and I should have got on Spotify to check you out? Did I miss something?
Nah, nah, I should be on everywhere. I should matter of fact, so I got a EP that I dropped two EPs in 2025. I dropped a single last year.
Okay,
Um, I dropped an EP in 2024. I
okay,
dropped a single in 2024. And I dropped a single already this year. I'm about to drop another single next month. So I
for
don't know
sure.
where they was on the algorithm of Apple Music, but I've been constant. I mean, I did take a break last year.
Hmm.
I mean, you probably couldn't tell from my output, but I mean, I took a break just trying to reevaluate myself in music and the space that I'm in and you know how I should approach it and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've been consistently releasing throughout the years. I think yeah, I think matter of fact, I don't yeah, in the last 5 years I didn't miss a year dropping. Not that I can see. I could be wrong, but yeah, I drop something every year.
Okay. So from what I saw on Apple, I'll go back and check, my brother. But all I saw was I think 2023. Maybe it was 2025, and I just didn't pay attention to it. But I ain't seen no new music. But what you do have on Apple Music, and let me say this as also. Apple Music is okay, but I do prefer Spotify, but I also prefer Bandcamp. Bandcamp seems to be the better platform for independent artists. For anybody that's an
Yeah,
independent artist, Apple has been brought up, all the space is brought up by the machine, right? So your
yeah,
music won't get noticed and it won't get heard by people who don't know who you are. Unless you have a budget of $100,000, $200,000, a six-figure budget where you can push for something like that, you're not gonna get your music heard. You're not gonna get your music noticed. So the better thing to do is always find a SoundCloud or a Bandcamp to post your music where people can go and they can listen to your music as much as they want or for as much as you put it on there because Bandcamp lets you set it where they can only listen to it one time or two times or three times. All right, but it's up to you.
yeah,
Apple, your music go up there, somebody buys it. Let's say somebody spends $20 on your music. You may never see that $20 for a whole year because it's not the biggest thing to them. But when you're using Bandcamp and someone buys $20 worth of music, you're gonna get $16 return, right? So for me, when I'm on these apps and I'm looking for guys like you and I'm trying to find new music and I'm trying to find dope music to follow up on independent artists, I do go on Instagram, but then I had to go for Apple Music. But I had to go in correlation. Who has a better feel, or where would your music be better suited? So I had to still check on the Spotify's and the Bandcamps and the SoundClouds because a lot of times I can find more of your music there. All right, man. So 923 was the last time you put out some music. All right, that was your last project, 2023. Now you got singles and EPs, bro, that I was checking out. There was like two, three songs there.
yeah.
He probably think I wasn't checking them out, which is fine. But this is one of the young up and coming artists. Man, tell these people where you from, my G.
So I'm originally from Manassas, Virginia, Northern Virginia, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very dope, very chill place,
Yeah,
man.
DMV area, DMV
Yes, sir.
area.
Yes,
Yeah, it
sir.
has a lot of history. A lot of basketball players come from there. A lot of people from New York come down there. They migrate down there to kick it, cut the food and act dumb down there. You got a lot of talented people from the Virginia area. You have the Missy Elliottts, you have the Teddy Rileys, and you have the one of the most phenomenal producers in the world named
Yeah.
Pharrell,
Yes,
along with
sir.
Chad Hugo, who are from that area.
Yeah, the Clips, Odyssey. I mean, you could go on and on and on and on. Yeah, yeah.
You really can. They generated their own buzz, their own sound, and each one of them have their own sound. They did such a great job adding to the to hip hop and the R&B scene. How do you feel about that, man? How does that make you feel knowing that you come from such a great heritage and rich history of music?
Proud. Yeah, yeah, proud to be honest. And
Hmm.
it's also why I do my music the way that I do it. Just always keeping my head and my music focused on truth and inspiration, and not so much highlighting or like glorifying anything that I kind of don't want people to do. Obviously, we're gonna talk about life because
For sure.
everybody living life, everybody getting girls, everybody that, or I guess these days some people getting guys, whatever. But
Yeah,
everybody
whatever
getting
they
girls,
doing,
everybody
whatever they
got
doing, let them do
bills.
what they do,
Yeah, yeah,
or a mixture of
y'all
both.
do.
They got
But
both of them things going on. So,
yeah, but we all got life, man. Everybody's going through, everybody's got bills, everybody's got a dream, even if
hmm
it's not, something big. Somebody's dream could just be to have a family, and that's something difficult for them to have or what have you, or they don't know what it looks like to be, loving in that manner. So, my music is always a testament or like something to point you, a North Star for that. And I think not even I think I know that I owe that to Virginia and just being to where I'm from and just so many different artists, genres, that I've been able to come across, and really immerse myself in.
Dope, dope, dope. So growing up in Virginia, you started there, and did you guys move somewhere else,
Yeah,
or
yeah. So I
talk about it?
lived
Talk
in
about it.
Virginia until I was 13, and then we
Hmm.
moved to North Carolina, and that's where I like went to high school at. That's where I went to college at, everything. Yeah. Love North Carolina too. That's
For
definitely my
sure,
second home. So I
for
moved
sure.
to Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I went to high school at, and then I went to
Hmm.
college out in Durham, North Carolina.
All right. I've been to Durham a couple times. I know I'm older than you because you look like a younger guy, somewhere between your later 20s to early 30s. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. I can see it. So for me, in my era growing up, Durham had a rough patch in that era, like in the 90s and the early 2000s. How was
Mhm.
that for you growing up and being around that environment in your era? Because was it still like troublesome? Was it crazy out that way, or had things changed?
At least as far as I was concerned, especially being that I was in college, I mean,
Okay.
you could see that the hood was around, but it wasn't really
Hmm.
like an issue unless you was looking for it.
Yeah.
You was straight.
Yeah.
I was grown and pursuing music pretty much full time. I was pursuing music more than I was going to class.
Dope.
So I was probably just, maybe just shielded from it, but yeah, it wasn't cracking like that, at least where I was at. I
For
mean,
sure.
there are a couple things that happened around, certain apartment complexes or whatever, but it
Hmm.
wasn't nothing that made me say, "Oh shit, we in the shit." Like,
Yeah, like it's real. I gotta get active out here or something like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So what did you study in college? What did you decide to study?
So I was a psychology and business management major,
Okay,
or I majored in business management, but I minored in psychology rather.
okay. So in that whole process, you're doing that business management. Music is prevalent though. Like that's one of the main things that you're working on. How are you
Music is
divide?
all I ever wanted to do, man.
So how are you dividing your time, knowing that you got to do these studies and you got to spend 5 to 8 hours a day doing school at some point in time?
Skipping class, taking a
Ah, mm,
lighter class load work. Yeah,
okay.
those
There we
types of
go.
things. Things that I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, that every motherfucker in the world did. We all did it.
Yeah,
We
yeah. I
all did
was
it.
taking online classes because I like when my first refund check, I bought all the studio equipment I needed.
Mm,
So and I set it up in my apartment, so I started getting online classes and I was still in Durham, but and so I had access to the campus. I could go network or like pop into a class. Or Ninth Wonder was there at the time,
Yes,
so I tried
sir.
to like sneak into one of them classes that one day. It didn't work, but like, so I just still had that access, but I was able to be at the crib just cooking up,
Okay.
smoking and making music and
Like, yeah.
sending beats out and whatever. So yeah, that's how I divided my time. And I had a full-time job. I was a leasing manager. So for the complex that I lived at. So I was putting on events for all the students that lived in the complex. I
Mm-hmm.
was managing a team of like two, three people, leasing apartment. And you had to do the marketing and stuff. So you had to say what events y'all was gonna do, who y'all was gonna market to. You had to go on campus and, pass out flyers and shit. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I was active. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, now that I reflect on it, I was super active. Shit, I had another job at damn Old Navy at the time. So
Well, oh,
yeah,
you was doing something that I would have been doing. You had like several hustles while you trying to
yeah,
pursue your music career and try to finish school or just work. You know what I mean? So it come with it, man. You become heavily active and your brain start telling you, yeah, you got to do more or you got to do all these things to trying to fund what it is that you're trying to accomplish and get and
100%.
yeah and get done.
And it kind
So
of just sets you up for like what you will deal with later. Like
hmm
you're gonna be juggling them same things later, just it'll all be in music. So instead of, having to go to different jobs, you get up, do a radio interview or something like that, or a couple of them, pull up, do like an appearance or a photo shoot, have to maybe shoot a video, then that night you got a show, then you gotta hit the studio. So it's just one of those things that kind of help me balance my time, manage my time better.
for sure. Tell me about the scene down there as far as hip hop goes, because what area, around what year is this that you're pursuing music and you're in college?
So that would be 2012 to probably like 2016, maybe
Okay,
2017.
so you all are not bubbling anymore. You guys are kind of like a hotbed for talent, and you guys are known for having certain types of artists down there.
Yep,
So,
yep.
right? So in the
Oh,
process, like, are you on? I'm sure you're on a scene and you're around this. Are you out and going to the local poet slams and the shows and everything? Are you participating in that, or
yes.
you just staying in the dorms or whatever, and you just making beats and sending them out?
So my come up has across the board has been a little mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I came up off the ciphers. So
Okay.
I was afraid to freestyle. I'm not even gonna, lie or, cap on y'all. I was afraid to freestyle, but I could write my ass off and I could make a beat and put some shit together. Like I could always put a song together. It was no issue.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the homie that I had met in college or whatever, he actually went to Chapel Hill. He died. Rest in peace, the homie Rowdy. He was he was always at these ciphers. They had this, it's called the damn, what is it called? The Cipher University is what it's called. It's a connection of of schools
Okay.
across North Carolina, and I think we might be outside of North Carolina now, that have a group of people who come to a area at the school every week and freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Rowdy was running that at Chapel Hill. It's a spot called the Pit, right across from the Waffle House. It was like a Miss Mong's that was really good, but that shit shut down. It was a Beeskis over there, but that shit shut down too. The best food shut down. I mean, Waffle House is a staple, but the shits that I really like shut down. But anyway, it was right across the street from that. I want to say it was like 8 o'clock on Tuesdays or some shit. I
Okay.
can't remember the exact day, but we would be out there every week, same day, same time out there just freestyling, and I would be
Mm-hmm.
terrified, nervous and shit. And the homie would just be like, "Man, fuck it, freestyle, say whatever."
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I got my chops up and got my nerves up, just being able to do shit on the fly and kind of not give a fuck about how it came out. So Rowdy was definitely one of the first people to kind of push me in that. And there's one at NC State, it's Chapel Hill, NC State, UNC, like Charlotte, ECU, Appalachian. It's a
A
bunch of.
bunch.
I
It's a
started
bunch of
one
them.
at Durham at North Carolina Central where I was at. I was
Mm-hmm.
doing one every week in mine for a little bit. Before me, I think Law was doing one. So yeah, that's how my came up was mostly like that, and then just
That's
work
dope. That's
those
dope.
a lot of those same artists in the studio. So
Hmm.
Rowdy would come to the studio, Combo would come to the studio. Who else was in the mix? I mean, those was my main guys as far as like who I worked with anyway. But I knew a lot of other people on the scene, and a lot of other people in the scene like gave me a leg up, like Fest, Law, De facto. I mean, it's so many people
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you
So
know.
rest in peace to the homie Rowdy.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Yes, sir. Amen.
may his name forever live on through you guys that are down there who are pushing the music and the culture forward. All right. My condolences to everyone with that. Talk about his presence in the scene during that time.
Man, Rowdy was unapologetically him.
Mm.
So he was a Chapel Hill student, um, a swimmer, but like a real like he was from the suburbs and he wasn't afraid to like let you know. And he wasn't afraid to let you know that that didn't make him any less real or less black than you.
It's a
Um,
genuine dude. Genuine.
Yeah, real genuine dude, not afraid to wear his heart on his sleeve, and just talk about the pressures that came with being, him at a predominantly white, school. So
For
he's at
sure.
Chapel Hill, surrounded by, white people all day, and he's having to kind of navigate and balance that world, and then balance this hip hop world, and balance himself out in the midst of in the midst of both. And in my opinion, he just did it really well, and he never let what anybody say stray him or pull him away from being true to himself. Dude wore a suit to perform in and always wore a high top, like high top fade, like Kid and Play, you know what I'm saying? And a suit. But live, I mean, jumping up and
Yeah.
down, like if I remember right, one time Cuz was jumping up and down so hard, like we was going so crazy. We had this song called "Who Wanna Rip."
Mm.
It's really just like a really true cypher song or like a posse cut, but it's just like the hook is just who wanna rip, who wanna rip, who wanna rip, and it's just talking about like yo, who wanna go off, like who wanna really
Yeah.
like go after some shit, who wanna
Yeah.
reach their passions and shit like that. So we doing that. He jumps off the stage and rips his pants, rips his suit pants. Like that's how
What?
hard Cuz was going, and proceeds to keep fucking rocking out. Like
Good. Good.
it just you just don't meet too many genuine people like that
Yeah. He was
who aren't afraid to be that.
authentically himself. And he put everything into it when it was his time. And salute to him and other people like that. Yourself, myself, who really genuinely put themselves into what it is that they're trying to do and conquer. And it's a
Heck yeah,
beautiful
because I
thing,
peeped
man.
your some of your other interviews, and like I told you before, I really do enjoy that you seem to really be listening and tapping in and trying to pick apart and get into what the artist or the person that you're interviewing is in and doing, rather than just being like, okay, I got these list of questions, I'm gonna ask these, we're gonna get on. So I
Nope.
appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you paying attention to what I'm doing and you notice that and you have an understanding that that is what I'm trying to do. Because what someone told me, like I said on my last podcast, someone says, you are like a journalist for hip hop. Whether you want to say it or not, you are a journalist for hip hop and you're highlighting the careers of young artists, up and coming artists. That's what you're doing. And I was like, no, I'm not, man. I'm just talking to these brothers. I want people to see a different side of. He said, yes, you're a journalist. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, real shit.
He said, you
That's
don't
true.
want the title of it, but that's what you are, essentially. You're a
Yeah.
journalist. You just don't want to say it. But that's your job to highlight artists, highlight dope hip hop that's happening all over America. And if you get some from overseas, then that's your job to highlight that. Whether people take to that or not, we will always know that you had that person on there because you can always say, oh, I had him on my podcast before. Dude was dope when I said he was dope. He just got better at it.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
I
So
read something the other day that said beauty is beauty and it doesn't need nobody to admire it, right? So, if you think it's cool, it's cool. If I think it's cool, it's cool. And there's no one that has to, unless I allow them to tell me otherwise and, change my thought. So nobody can be like, bro, Avoidance at A minor is not one of the best songs I ever wrote or one of the best hip hop songs out. Like, but that's,
yeah.
you know.
But I'll say this too. I saw this on I think it was either Instagram or Twitter earlier. Someone asked Eric Clapton, how does it feel to be the best guitar player ever? And his response was, I don't know. Ask Prince.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Humble.
the and not just humble, but down to earth, but good enough to know that although I may be great, there's another guy that can play all of our music and he plays 11 other instruments as well. Like he literally
100%.
builds all the music that he plays. And he
Yeah.
tells you how to play it even though you may be playing it.
That's real. Yeah. The ability to be still be objective. Like, yeah, I'm a rapper, so yeah, I'm super dope. But, Buddy can probably tell a story better than me. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly. 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 And there's nothing wrong with that, knowing where you're good at. But I appreciate you for checking me out and making sure that, I was standing on business and really about the motherfucking craft of hip hop, and the artists as well, and keeping the integrity of that, because um there aren't to be honest, man, just to be honest, the artists that we consider in the majors that I want to have on my podcast, there's not a few of them. Like there's only the ones that I've admired for years.
right.
If a bunch of them were able to I was able to line up a bunch of them and talk to them and get them on my podcast, that would be dope. But I still just prefer to have the unsigned talent. I prefer to have the independent artist who knows what the grind is like. Of course, those artists know what it's like. They experience that. They're rich. They're famous. They got everything they want. But you guys directly know what it's like, and you understand it. And I want to hear from you guys, and I want to know what it's like for you guys to be putting out music and be young, and be trying to figure it out up until the point where you get it going, or whatever may happen with it. I'll still be here documenting that and paying attention to it.
Right, right.
But I would just want to highlight those guys and say, man, these guys are dope, whether you guys hear them or not, because if you weren't big in the art world, you would never know about Manet or Monet or Picasso,
Yeah, yeah.
right? You wouldn't know about all these different artists, that are out here, Zeph Armsby, or some of the guys I know, Ramon, Static, like these different guys that I know that are out here. You would never know about them unless somebody opened up a lane for them and you could see them. So it's just about making sure that we put a spotlight on dope artists that are coming up.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
to speak on that is also to say that I'm recognizing you for having good music, right?
Appreciate you.
And seeing the growth in the music that you're doing, and recognizing the originality to it as well.
Man, I really appreciate that. I'll be working on it. So it
For
means a
sure.
lot, man.
For sure. So the last thing I saw was that you put out a song, right? It was a song for 2026 in February.
Yep, yep. Q1 freestyle.
All right. So, but again, I gotta go back to it. I see nothing else since 2023, or is there something that I'm missing?
So just EPs. So no full albums, but
Hmm.
you got two EPs last year, a single in 2024 and an EP in 2024.
Oh, you did. Okay, voice memo. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
closer than yesterday, which is like my main, pretty much closer to yesterday is my recentering, my refocusing, and kind of getting everybody to be on one page. And honestly, just saying this
Okay,
this
there
shit
we
a
go.
marathon. Like, hey, every day we gonna get a step closer.
It is.
So
It is. It is because you have to have an understanding of it. Even though I'm an artist, I need time away. I need time to focus on myself. I need time to breathe. I need time to
yeah,
really refocus and redistribute what it is I'm trying to package to people,
100%.
and how I'm going to do it because the music is going to be there, but it's about how I present it and what is it I'm trying to say and convey as an artist
100%.
for sure. So I like EPs. I've been saying this for years. If artists were to put out EPs that were 6 to 8 songs, maybe even nine, we could follow along with them along their journey, right? And they were doing that twice a year, we would be
Yeah,
okay with that. And then, like, in the process of 2 to 3 years, after they've done that a couple times, right? So for
yeah,
3 years, you went two EPs in a span of 3 years, right?
yeah,
And then in that fourth or fifth year, you went, all right, here go an album. And we
yeah,
got an album with 11 or 13 songs. I think that's dope.
yeah, yeah. That's fire.
I think
It'd
that's
be
dope
it'd be nice to get some more music from some of my favorites. So I definitely understand that. That's why I mean I try to put out, you know. more music than the average artist. I just like putting out music. I mean, I'm not even gonna front. My manager be like, "Hey, bro, slow down." But I
No, but
like
it's
putting out the
dope
music.
because what you're saying is that I'm letting y'all know that I am working. Like I'm here, and whether the music be old or new, like I have music that needs to get out here, and I think you all should pay attention to it. You know,
Yeah.
I had one guy on my podcast recently. I think he's a dope. He's dope as well. His name is Dr. Right,
Okay.
and what is it? Dr. I don't want to mess it up. It's either Dr. or someone else, and they said I'm gonna be releasing a song every week.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? And he said, I'm doing that because I want people to know that I can do this. Cause no, his name is Alexander Blaine. I'm sorry. That's
Okay.
Alexander Blaine. Alexander Blaine said, I'm gonna be putting out music every week. I'll be releasing a song every week to make sure that people understand like I'm really doing this, but in the process of doing it, I'll have projects available once I get everything going. So um it's just dope to see different artists, and he's from Chicago as well. So it's dope to see that these guys, you guys, the people that love hip hop are actually out here working.
Heck yeah. My producer actually well, one of my producers lives in Chicago.
Okay,
My homie Jay Free. So
okay.
might have to you said Alexander Blaine?
Alexander Blaine, yes sir.
Yeah,
Blane,
I'm gonna have to tap in. I wrote his name down, so
for
I
sure,
tap in and see if maybe
for
we can
sure.
connect or something.
Yeah, the only thing with me, man, is that it'd be hard for me to chop up these videos and shit because I work a 9 to 5, bro. And you
Yeah,
know, when
yeah.
you get home, that mental exhaustion is just like, man, I'm about to cook, eat, and I'm about to chill out and
Lay it
watch some
down.
movies.
Yeah, I'm about to
Yeah.
chill and lay it down.
Like every person in the world want to do, but I can only speak for myself as a black man. Once I'm done with that, man, I come home. Now there's a part of me that can go, yo, your fire's still burning. So you can go
Yeah.
to a youth program, you can go hang out, you go do there's different things for you to go do. You could go to a bar and kick it for a little bit. There are things for you to do. But then when I get home, I mean, I'd be like, man, shit, not today.
Yeah.
Because my whole day I spend in front of a computer all day. So when I get home, this is like, yo, I really want to do this?
Yeah. Nah, that's real. Shoot,
Yeah.
I that's one of the things I had to refocus on last year. Um, was just like doubling down on how I spent my time, or not doubling down, but refocusing on how I spent my time outside of work. Because I just would smoke and crash, or smoke, play
Yeah.
the game and crash.
Man, I'm glad you said that. I thought you was about to say smoke crack. I was about to say, oh,
Oh,
brother,
nah, nah, nah.
I
Smoke
gotta
and
get off
crash.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sleep,
yeah,
sleep,
yeah.
smoke and
No,
sleep. But
I get it, but I thought it was about to
happy,
be
hungry,
crack.
sleepy.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah, yeah, but nah,
yeah.
but that either that, or I would do a little music, but or I would do music every day, but that would be it. So I wasn't focusing on the business part, the submissions,
For
the
sure.
going outside to meet people and stuff like that. I had got lazy with that, so I had to refocus and just, hey, no, we need to get these things done. And
100%.
some days I'm like, no, I want to go to sleep. But I'm like, no,
Yeah.
if we want to, really push this the way that we know we can, we feel we can, and yeah, go ahead and knock it out.
So going back to that era when you guys are doing all the freestyles and the ciphers and everything, you guys are coming together all across the North Carolina area. You're in a competitive area because of the college scene, bro.
Hmm.
College basketball is really happening in that area. You got UNC versus Duke. Were you ever into that type of shit, bro? In the sports
Uh,
world, sports lane?
Not necessarily, not really. I mean, the
Okay.
homies was, but I was always into the music and the girls. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's where my focus was: music, girls, weed.
And you got a lot of women in that area, man. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
women.
And I was traveling, well, I mean, I guess this is after college, or maybe the end, but I had started traveling back and forth to Atlanta
Hmm.
to do music and do shows and stuff like that. So, and then then I had moved to Richmond for a period of time. So I was driving back and forth from Durham to
Hmm.
Richmond, and
Hmm.
Atlanta to Richmond. So, I mean, I kept busy with, between women and music. And I mean, I play games. Well, even though in college I've had stopped, so I didn't really start playing games again until the last couple of years. So yeah, actually, my life was just music, weed, and women. If I'm being honest,
Ain't
going
nothing wrong with
outside.
that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The only thing I say about that, right? because that's what men want. And Kendrick said it. He said, we want women, weed, and weather, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But make sure you have the priority together when you're doing that because one of those can always wait. And I'm gonna say that the women can always wait because
Yeah, yeah, for
it ain't
sure.
just the weather. You need to have your pockets together to do anything and go anywhere in this world. And that's to any young man or any young woman anywhere. Make sure your pockets is together before you get out here acting like, you out here chasing something, knowing that in reality, when people don't want you, they don't want you, and you need to have something to fall back on. You need to make sure that you got your ducks in a row,
Yeah, that's
right?
one
Don't
thing
just
that
be
I
out here looking like you hot for sex, but make sure that you
yeah.
got something to stand on. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I agree
Message.
with that 100%. Yeah, if I ran back, I would have spent more time doing what I knew I was supposed to be doing. But I mean, I had fun and
I ain't saying
I
you did. I'm
but
not saying you did
but
not
I
have
could have spent
fun,
my
brother, because
time better for sure.
I had fun too. I had a whole lot of fun, and I had a lot of enjoyable moments and a lot of beautiful women, all right?
For sure.
But now, hell yeah, 100%. So make sure though that when you're doing that, you make sure that your pockets is lined up correctly and you got all your ducks in a row because you can easily be out here, and not saying that it'll happen to you or anybody else, but you could easily be out here dealing with one of these women and she'll be the wrong one and she'll cost you your bag. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's real. That's real.
Yeah. So to all the men especially, make sure you take care of yourself and you take care of your pockets. Make sure your mental and physical health is on point too, because you got to have the correct attitude that your money, your family, and your goals matter more than any woman ever will. All right. And only when a woman is supportive of you do you invite her into what you're trying to do. If it's just something you're trying to knock off and tap out and be on your way, you can do that at any time. But make sure you don't keep none of that around because when you focus and you let the wrong type of woman into your private space, she's guaranteed to mess it up.
That's real.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And if I'm lying, let me know when it didn't happen to a guy who had their stuff in order. And then all of a sudden you looked up and you had this homeless looking or this fine ass woman standing around him or involved in his life. And she destroyed his life because she didn't feel like she got enough from him.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Moving on. Take me back. Take me back. What was your first interest in music, bro?
First interest in music.
Like what was your inspiring moment that said, yo, I wanna be a beat maker, I wanna be a producer, I wanna be an MC, man. I wanna be one of the best coming from where I come from.
So I decided I wanted to be an MC when I heard Jadakiss Why for the first time. When I
Mm,
heard that on the radio, I said, "Oh yeah, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna inspire." I recorded that song and a bunch of other songs that was on the radio at the time. You know, you had the cassettes back then. You had
for
to put the
sure.
tape over it to record over the mug. So I put the tape over the mug, record it, and I just would sit and write freestyles over those songs that came on the radio, like my favorite songs that came on the radio. And I did that for a very long time because at that time you didn't have like Fruity Loops, or if we did have it, I didn't know it existed yet.
Yeah,
So
Fruity Loops was around. It was brand new. It was brand new, but CDs was out too, my man. CDs was definitely a big thing at the time. So we
yeah,
was definitely using CDs on our way through that series because that's when the bootlegging became heavy in that era right there.
yeah,
Bootlegging was a heavy thing, and we had to pay attention to that because um that was a money maker for some of us out here, and that's how you fed your family and fed yourself. So
mm,
definitely, hell yeah. So why by Jadakiss was a beginning for you?
yep. That's what made me. I mean, I had already been listening to hip hop, of course, but that's when I heard that shit, I said, "Oh hell yeah, I'm a, I'm finna, I'm finna do this."
Yeah, you said this is my takeout point right here.
Yeah, yeah. So it was on from there. Yeah, and I think I
Yeah,
was about 9, or I want to say I was 9 when that dropped. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure either, bro. I wasn't around for you when you was doing that. At that point in time, I was a grown ass man, and I was trying to live my best life at the time. I was out here trying to have fun and be out here and get on the scene in Chicago and anywhere else that I could, and
Yeah.
stay out here. and keep myself up for sure.
As you should. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
So are you still like when you hearing that, are you a Jadakiss fan or are you just still like music is music for you and you're trying to figure out what type of music it is that you actually like?
And I was actually 12 at that time. Now that I'm thinking about it, but
Mm,
no, I love Jadakiss. Yeah, no. I was big on all the D Block tapes, all the Dipset tapes. Like the mixtape era was my shit. My homie Chaz was from Teaneck, New Jersey. He
okay,
used to
okay,
like bring whatever music he was listening and put me on and that stuff. So he was the first person to put me on to like French Montana and
okay. Oh yeah,
Max B and
oh
all
yeah.
of them. Like I
The
never knew who
wave.
those guys was until well, I mean I knew Cam and Jewels, but like just put me on a New York hip hop for real, for real. My homie Chaz was the first person that was like, "Hey, bro, listen to this, listen to this." He was the first person to put me on NERD. So like, my music influence is very broad. I mean, as far as what you can probably hear in my music, rap wise is probably gonna be, or like pattern wise, it's probably gonna be like a lot of Nipsey, or
Mm,
tone wise, probably like a lot of Nipsey,
hmm.
or Ti, like a mix of both of them. And then as far as production, that's it's gonna come from everywhere, man. I'm a fan of Nerd. I'm a fan of Tame Impala. I love Patricia Rushin. I got
Okay.
probably every Whispers record on vinyl. I mean, I could go anywhere with that. I like house music. I mean, I would say I don't like country music, but that's a lie because there's some country music I like too.
There's
So,
some country music out here. Country music is picking back up in the black community, man. And we have some dope country artists that are out here producing and getting music together. And everyone should be aware of that. And you don't even have to take my word for it. All you have to do is just research or Google it. Google black country singers, and it'll take you on a
yeah.
wave. It'll take you through a wave and on a ride of music that's out here, and you can't miss. Some of it is very good, some of it is okay, but you can ride a whole wave of dope ass country music and dope ass country artists that are black. And for those who keep forgetting, that's our shit too. That was our invention. All right, that they may say that rock and roll was something that they've been doing, but that's our shit. That came from us.
100%.
Yeah, that's definitely our shit. So it's
That's
our music, and we need more young black men and women doing the music to represent ourselves and our culture and our struggle at the same time. It don't just have to
100%.
be it don't just have to be R&B. It don't just have to be hip hop artists talking about slang and dope and everything. Everybody out here ain't slanging dope, man. We know that.
Right.
It's a small percentage of us out here slanging dope and living that type of lifestyle. A lot of us live regular lives that work at Piggly Wiggly, that work at Walmart, that work at Aldi's, that have regular jobs, and a car when they get back to the neighborhood where they from, when they get dropped off in the backyard of their house, they got a car sitting on bricks. All right, it's people that really live regular lives out here. We ain't out selling dope and living in that type of ghetto situation. All right, so we're not a monolith, bro. Like we all are different in different ways, the same way we have different skin tones and everything else. So make sure that y'all check out some dope ass jazz music, hip hop music, R&B, country music, and rock and roll. Make sure y'all get involved and get in tune with your local and your dope ass artists out there. Boom.
Hell yeah.
We get into production. Did you originally want to do your own production, or did it happen to you because the same way that guys in the South were already saying, man, it ain't no record labels around here where I can just go into and they can just hand me beats?
Yeah, I couldn't afford beats.
It
I just
is.
was like, yeah, I can't buy beats and buy the studio, even though I had my own studio, but like I just can't buy beats and studio time and pay for promotion and pay for the mix and blah blah. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna learn how to produce. My pops bought me it's called a MIDI O2. It was like it's probably actually pretty much the same size as this, or
Okay.
as far as the same amount of keys, but it was an M
Hmm.
Audio keyboard. Um, and yeah, that's how I got my start.
And how old is that joint right there?
This I've probably had for 2, maybe 3 years, but
Okay.
it's they've been making this since I was in college. I had the same one and just
Word.
was black and red or
That's
whatever color it was. So, but
gotcha.
yeah, I tend to use a smaller keyboard because I mean most of the time I'm using the pads or just I'm not fully, playing anything. I don't know. It's and I like the compactness, so I like to be able to take it with me on the go.
For sure. For sure. Because I know that became a thing. I think wasn't that Kanye West who asked him, yo, can y'all make one that's portable so I can pick up and go and I can have my beat machine and everything with me and I can make beats. It was either him or Jay Dilla or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Actually, it might have been, it could have been either one of them because I know Jay
Yeah.
Dilla started doing stuff like that when he started to get sick, trying to figure out,
100%.
how he could still be able to move around and do what he needed to do. But yeah, it could have been either one of them. I don't know for sure though.
While we are on the subject of producers, let's get to it. Name your top five dopest producers. It could be all time. It could just be the greatest. They could be dead or alive. I just want you to name them, brother.
My top five,
Top five producers. Go on.
Pharrell,
That's one.
um, probably No ID.
That's two.
Ooh, that's a
Hmm.
really good question.
Yeah. That's why you
Um,
here. That's why you here. Because I'm not sending you
Dang,
no information on anything I'm asking. You just go in here and you give me these robotic ass answers. That's why you over there guessing right now. You trying
Yeah,
to play
yeah, I'm trying
2K.
to think. My favorite producers, daggone Hit Boy. Oh my God, I can't Hit Boy for shit show.
All right.
Definitely
You
one of
got
my
hit,
favorite,
boy.
if not my favorite. And I'm sorry for I love you for real, but yeah, Hit Boy is probably like my favorite producer.
Hmm.
So what I got
Hmm.
Hit Boy, I got Pharrell, I got who else did I say? No ID.
Hmm.
Okay, who's my other? Who I got two more spots.
Yeah. You just said one on, but if you don't make it on there, that's crazy. Okay, I get it though.
Pharrell, Hit Boy, No ID. Alchemist.
Alchemist is
Alchemist is up
dope.
there for me.
Alchemist is dope. The last one should be easy. You just said one, but that's okay.
And probably Yeezy.
Yeezy. Okay. Yeezy. All right. You chose Yeezy and not Jay Dilla. That's fine though. Okay. I
Yeah,
heard you.
yeah, probably Yeezy.
I heard you.
I love Dilla. I love Dilla. But I think at least for me, I think No ID produced a lot more of the stuff that I
Relate
am
to.
akin to, even though I think Dilla probably produced. Oh, actually, it might be a mix
Mm-hmm. It probably
because
is.
so my favorite hip hop album is and like one of my biggest inspirations, rap wise is Common. And the album is called Resurrection. And I can't remember who does most of the production on there. I should look
I
it
think
up.
it's No ID, right? No ID did a lot of that
You
production
probably
on there.
actually, yeah, because he's got a song on there where he says No ID in there. So No ID does most of their production on that. So that's
Mm-hmm.
partially why I lean towards No ID. It's just
That's
like
fine. No ID is
that's
dope.
my but I got donuts over here on vinyl, so
Now,
I,
hey, and I'm proud of you for having donuts on vinyl, brother. But hey, have you seen the interview with Don Cannon and No ID on the podcast that they have?
I saw bits and pieces. I haven't seen the full thing,
Did you
but I
see
have
when
seen
No
bits and
ID
pieces.
was like he said about where the Rock the World came from and that sound Kanye was chasing. Have you seen that?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As long as you saw that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As
I
long as you
saw
saw
it,
that.
and how he was just like that he couldn't give Kanye the time that he needed and things like that or so yeah. It was a I appreciate how No ID maintains a respect and a open view to how he approaches everything. And obviously he's an older cat now, so I'm sure a lot of that comes with maturity, but still just being able to hear producers talk from that point of view and how they see music and how they see people and how they choose to work with people, I thought was dope, at least in the small, few clips that I saw.
That's really what it is, bro. It's about him being older and saying that I'm not here to bad mouth nobody, but I am here to tell the story of how this stuff like really happened and came together because I was there.
Yeah.
I'm one of the originators of some of this stuff, you know, and I was there and I saw it and I know what was going on. I know why they did what they did. So I'm just gonna tell the story the way that it hasn't been told because everybody else may have heard something different or nothing. So I'm gonna tell you how it actually went because I was there.
Right.
Dope, dope, dope. As far as you right now making music, what's the next project that you working on?
Um, so next single is Black Swan.
Black
That's
Swan?
gonna
Okay,
yeah, that's gonna be out this month or early next month.
for sure.
Next
Okay.
project, so we can actually have a project instead of an EP out. Is
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's gonna be Another Day Closer, and that's gonna drop in May. And that's a deluxe to Closer Than Yesterday. Um, and really we did a short film with Closer Than Yesterday. So if y'all want to go on
Mm.
YouTube and look through that, I'd appreciate it, see what you get from it. Because really Closer to Yesterday was really telling the story of really anybody, but specifically the creator and how they go from, you know, being tired but patient. You really want to get there. You believe you have the talent, whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not happening the way you want it to. And
Mm-hmm.
then you kind of something happens, something good happens to you. So you talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? You feeling yourself. And then, Big Stepper, which visually was kind of just a time and point where you're going crazy because I feel like as artists, creatives, even businessmen, scientists, whoever, you work on this idea, you obsess on over this idea so much that you can kind of drive yourself crazy. Take time away from your partners, your family, your spouse, whatever. And then you're dealing with your lady or your partner. That's gassing me up. And then it kind of comes full circle to you kind of feeling renewed and like, all right, you know what? We went through all that shit today or this
100%.
week, month, whatever, but let's get back to um but we still got another day closer. As long as we did what we were supposed to do, we still closer despite the frustrations. So I really wanted to double down on that idea for my fans and my supporters with another day closer.
That sounds dope to me, bro. I like the direction that you're heading in. How many songs do you think will be on that album project?
Should be 11.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
see. 12.
12.
12. So unless I add or take something away, everybody getting 12. Five, of course, already out. So I guess you're getting 6 or 7 new tracks.
Okay. Okay. In the process of creating with that, how many artists have you been working with on this project?
One.
One. Oh, okay. So you keeping
One.
it all just down to yourself doing it.
Yeah, so man, I when I'm making music, I just make the shit. If I hear somebody on it, cool. If I don't, I don't. I usually don't hear people on it.
Okay.
Um, the homie Sonny B. Lou, he's on I got a song called Lord Willing
Mm.
on here. He's on that. But other than that, man, it's just me. I worked with different producers, which is different for me because I used to produce probably really like 98, 99% of my shit I produced before, but I've kind of stepped in and leaned to trusting more producers and taking direction on melodies or, ideas, concepts, flows. Um, and yeah, so I think that people will really like what we did on Another Day Closer and the different bounces, the different styles that we introduced, but still keeping it true to hip hop.
When I listen to the music that you're doing, and you're doing a majority of the production, right?
Yes.
It sounds like you have no problem with experimenting, not only with your musicality as far as what you're putting together,
Hmm.
but you're also experimenting with the flows that you're using as well.
Hmm.
Would that be a correct like guess,
Yeah, yeah.
approximation, guesstimation?
100%.
Okay,
My OGs would be pissed if I was like a one flow rapper.
okay, okay.
Yeah, man. I could go into a long story about how I came up on that, but yeah, long
Talk
story.
about it. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this
Man, so
podcast. Talk. Let's talk.
bef before college, I took 2 years off to pursue music full time. Me
Okay.
and my uncle, Charlie Raw, we just formed a label and we just was making beats and rapping every day. Um, and he was like the first, like my first coach, like the first person I ever was in the studio with for real, other than myself,
Okay.
other than the homies, but like the first person that took it seriously and was like, "Hey, we're gonna make a living out of this shit."
Okay.
He was like, "Hey, bro, rewrite this, rewrite this, rewrite this. Hey, you need another verse. Hey, you need to put a tape out every 2 weeks." So like all of these kind of different challenges, and then at least for me, like that was my favorite uncle. Like, well, it's
Mm.
still my favorite uncle. So like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that,
I
but
don't think you were
I'm
supposed to say.
just
I
gonna
was
be
like,
honest.
damn, he ain't supposed to say that. But if it's
Yeah, that's
true,
I
man,
ain't
if
gonna
that's the
lie though.
nigga that's around you and that's the person that's really helping you and that's the person that's really down for you,
Yeah.
you gotta go
And
just go ahead and stand on that shit, man. Hey,
And
that's
he
my
always,
favorite.
and my uncle Charlie always like just took a liking to me. Like he was when I first met him before I did music, he was always like, "Hey, bro, come ride." Like he uh he was about to play running back for Ohio State, but
Mm.
he either hurt himself or had a baby, one or the other. But anyway, he had a caddy. Like he was just that nigga. He was from Youngstown, so he was married in. He's not even my blood uncle, but he just always showed me love.
Yeah.
So, but he was also hard to shit on me when it came to like rapping, like what I wanted to do. He was just like,
So he
nigga,
was an older nigga that was really just giving you game, and he took you under his wing and really just
100%,
showed you how shit really supposed to go, how you supposed to really rock out here. And you need
100%.
niggas like that. They don't necessarily have to be family, but they become family by proxy of the information that they give you and the things that they're able to do for you. And I think that's dope. Salute to him for being able to do that and take you under his wing
Hell yeah.
and
Love
inspire
that
you
music.
and push you to get you to where you are right now and go further.
Yeah, that's something I pride myself in is just different flows, man, and just having I I'm never gonna have a bad verse, knock on wood, God forbid. So that's the easy part. I've rapped enough, Lord willing, to not have a terrible verse. So for after that, it's just about having fun and trying to say something in a way that I haven't said it before. Because after a while, you're doing the same thing. At least for me, anyway. I can't
Yeah,
speak for other artists, but doing the same thing the same way gets boring.
yeah.
I remember reading this Double XL or Source magazine, and Ludacris was in it, and he was just like, "Man, call me Mr. Versatility." And I always just liked
Mm,
that. Like every time I heard Luda, it was fresh. It was like, "Damn, who knew you were gonna take it there? Who
yeah.
knew you were gonna rap like that? Who knew the hook was gonna be like that? Who knew you were gonna choose this sound bed? And you're this guy from Atlanta who came up off of fucking What's Your Fantasy and Roll Out. Like you came up off of these real grungy, gritty, like Atlanta-based songs, but you can do Run Away with Mary J. Blige. You can do I mean I can't pull them off the top of my head right now, but even like songs like Blueberry Yum Yum, talking about weed and
Yep.
shit like that, still
Yep.
like sound wise are a little different outside of what you would expect from him and flow wise too. So I
Yep.
always appreciated that and wanted to integrate that into what I do.
For sure. For sure. So Big Unc then introduced you into this. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna help you out." And then y'all just ride out from there. And he
Yeah.
said, "I'm gonna help you. Do y'all get into signing artists or building a studio? How did y'all put it all together?"
Man, so we were thugging it out. We at first we were in an apartment. It was just us five. So he got 3 kids, my aunt and my and him, and we in the and then me and we in there. We got a makeshift studio. We in there just making
Mm-hmm.
beats and putting shit out.
Mm-hmm.
People coming over, they hearing and shit. We in a small city. Manassas is a small ass city, so we kind of making a little noise or whatever. So people start coming through. Neighbor kid, we never really signed anyone, but we just added people to the team and
Yes,
tried to
sir.
help them, do their shit. So neighbor come through, he's dope as fuck. I mean, named Stilo, super dope. Um, Fast forward, some shit happens. We lose the apartment. We got to move in with another one of my uncles. So now it's like 15 of us all
God
in one
damn.
crib. So
Yeah, dog.
it's like 5 upstairs, 9 downstairs in the
Mm.
basement or some shit like that. And we got this one room with the studio, still kind of a makeshift setup, but this is where we meet like Drama. my nigga Booman and my nigga Trev. Booman and Trev don't rap. They all trapping, but they don't rap. But Drama, you know, he rap. My cousin Boom, Takar, she rap. So we kind of just keep thugging it out like that. Um, the furthest that anybody got from that crew was the homie Drama, who he didn't sign a major deal, but he signed some sort of deal. He had a wave in Philly. I don't know what happened to Buddy. He kind of stopped talking to us after that. So
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
yeah, I don't know what happened to Holmes. I hope he's still doing good. A lot of the music that he dropped after that, I still enjoyed. But yeah, we didn't really speak after whatever happened with that. Um, and then everybody else kind of just, went back to, work or what have you. And I just kept pushing with the music. Um, but yeah, that's probably who has done or who has had the most success if I'm being completely honest, or like opening for people or numbers, streams, stuff like that. Objectively speaking, he would be the only person that ever signed from it. Everybody else, with the exception of me, doesn't even rap anymore.
Okay.
And I don't
So
know if he raps anymore.
for sure. So you got that going on. Uncle helps you put this thing together and get it out there. You got it going, and you're really the flagship guy,
Yeah,
and you know that,
yeah.
right? So as a producer now, who the hell is doing the mixing and mastering for the music?
Me and my uncle.
There it is. Boom. All right. All right. Which means now you have to get good at not only hearing yourself, I mean rapping, but you have to be okay with now hearing yourself and being able to provide the correct levels to everything that you're doing. Tedious product process, is it not?
Man, I mean, insanely tedious.
Yeah, yeah. So does your aunt help you, or do you just jump in and take care of that role your own self now?
Um, he definitely helps me.
Okay.
I started it, we kind of just started at the same time. I think he had done it a little bit before, but as far as like what we were trying to do for the label and like mixing for ourselves and other people.
Mm-hmm.
Really, we kind of both got on YouTube, and at this time we on Cool Edit. We don't even have the money for Pro Tools and shit. So
Got
or
you.
Ableton's not even out. I don't. Oh, actually, Ableton is out because that's what I was using to make beats. I think at the time. But anyway, so we're using Cool Edit to record because for whatever reason we can't record on Ableton or don't know that you can at the time. And just shit, looking stuff up and trying it and looking stuff up and here you listen to this mix,
Mm-hmm.
listen to this in the beats, listen to it in the ear pods, listen to them in the car.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come back. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of trial and error.
Yeah, so it's a constant pour. You're constantly pouring into what you're trying to do and elevate the craft and
Yeah,
get better
just
and better and better at it.
every day making beats, writing verses, and mixing songs for like 2, 3
100%.
years straight.
a hundred
Like
percent.
legit. I mean, I don't even know if I was going to work half of that time. Like I was literally like eating noodles, and as long as I had enough money for weed and noodles, I wasn't even fucking with no girls at the time. I mean, I think I had a couple, but like I know I wasn't taking them on no dates.
You gotta talk about that to me then, man, because that's a part of your everyday life. But bro, you need the money to afford everything else.
That was something that so the time period I'm talking about is fresh out of high school, so I'm 18.
Hmm.
And how I left my crib was like my parents was just like, bro, you either gotta go to college or you gotta go to the military, but you gotta leave the house at 18. That's just how they was. Like,
Which is a
oh.
whack ass way of our parents getting rid of us. Man, to
And in
any parent,
hindsight, that's something that, my dad, I've been blessed that my dad and I's relationship has grown
yeah,
to
okay,
where we can
good.
have conversations like that. And he's admitted that. But for what it was then, that's just what it was. And
Man, in the black community, I think we the only community that do that. We the only culture that do that, where we kick the kids out at 18 and without the parents realizing, hey, you're about to tell this young teenager, which they still are, this 18-year-old to go out into this world and get a job and create a debt for themselves by trying to do things without supervision, without guidance. Instead of saying to them, hey, you can stay here up until you're 25, but you got to get your life on track. You can stay here, you can pay a bill or two, but you got to get your life on track. That's what
Yeah.
you that's your job while you're here. You can have your job, you can keep your room, but I need you to take out the garbage. And I need that cell phone bill. I mean, I need that cable bill or that electricity bill paid. I need that power bill paid. Take that off the table and we good. And while you're doing that, I need you to build your money up and build your credit up and do that. That's what's supposed to be happening in our
Yeah.
community. We're kicking these young men and these young women out and telling them, you have to get out here and do this on your own by yourself. Not knowing that we're destroying the very fabric that is uh, for us and to us as a culture and as a community to say, hey, for the next 7 years, it's okay for you to be here and be in a house and learn from me and add to my own house. So you learn what responsibility is really yet like, but you get to build your own while you're here as well. And I can
Yeah.
teach you and
That's
give you so much more game. But what ends up happening is once you tell them that they have to get themselves up at 18 and they have to get out, you just created someone else who can't effectively be around you no more. So they don't want to be around you at all
yeah.
because they're chasing a dollar. They have to go out here and work. They have to do these things to survive because that's what you told them to do. So they don't have time to be involved in your life. They don't have time to be at Thanksgiving or do all the things that you want them to do because they have a life to live and they're in a continuous grind and they have to do that because it's the rat race. And the rat
Yeah.
race dictates that you have to put your time in and do that. So, to all the parents, man, before y'all start telling them they got to get out of there at 18, make sure you got it set up for them to be good while they're young, and by the time they're 18 to 25, they have something to fall back on, or you know that you have a plan to help them do whatever it is that they need to do, because they're gonna be out here and they're not gonna be able to be fully supportive of whatever it is that you have on and be involved in that. That's not gonna happen. And I don't know too many people that that's really happening with. Like this is the real world. This ain't Leave It to Beaver. This ain't the Cosbys. This ain't different world. This ain't none of that shit. Like this is the real world where once you get old enough, you literally have to get out here and do what you're supposed to do for yourself. Cause you told me to do that. That's what I went out to do.
Yeah.
Right? Boom. You out here working. You got the production going on. At any point, do you say, "Yo, I wanna get like a team of producers," or do you say, "I'm about to just do this all on my own, man. I'm about to stand on my own too and just ride it out."
My uncle was producing too. So
Okay,
like, I've always been like a Jet Life, a Taylor Gang, a Marathon, a Rockefeller. Like I've always been like a bro, we gonna figure this shit out on our own.
for
Not that
sure.
we don't fuck with other people, not that we don't want to be around other people,
But this our shit.
but this our shit. And in my experience, and I don't want to put this in the air, if it's not that way, but it just has always seemed like it's just always seemed like me and or my crew is the outcast or the misunderstood. So like
That's fine. Embrace that
I
shit.
don't I don't be trying to be around
Embrace that
the,
shit.
the popular crew all the time. I just do what I do. I mean, and for the record, I always fuck with whoever the popular crew is. Like I
Yeah,
dap them up, I know them, but it always just seems like there's some veil there that I don't know, or maybe I don't understand, or a language that I don't speak, which is okay.
and
But
that's fine. But
so
you're gonna get to this age of accountability, which is where you probably are now, and you're gonna go, "Mother made him, mother had him, motherfuck them," because you're gonna realize that they can be cool. Like I can be cool with them, but I gotta get this shit done
yeah,
because this is priority.
yeah. And that's how I've been, truthfully, lately. It's just like, man, I love these guys. I love what's going on, but I got to get my shit done. I'm not worried about, whether y'all like me, whether you don't like me, blah, blah, blah. Even, some people on my team or what have you,
Hmm.
or it around me, I've had to kind of, distance myself from a little bit just because like things don't align and, people trying to keep trying to put like a square in a circle peg. It's like, hey, bro.
It don't
I
go
keep
that
trying
way.
to tell you that this does not fit this way. And I can't tell you any other way
I
other
can't.
than to slowly, distance myself.
Because you're being dumb, and I don't have time to continue to be dumb. I'm chasing
Yeah,
something, and it relies on me to be focused on just that goal.
yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, your friends or not, my shit, my shit matters to me and your shit matters to you. So whatever you think you need to do that. And if it doesn't align with what I think I need to do, then God will provide you somebody to do that with. But if we're really friends, you putting something on me that I feel is to my detriment
Yeah.
just because it's in your benefit, that doesn't really make us friends.
Yes, sir.
I'm an opportunity to you.
Yeah.
And that's okay too. I just will know that and move accordingly.
You just see me as something that you can capitalize on, but
Exactly.
instead of doing that, I would rather remove myself from that situation because
Yeah.
there's so many other things that I could be focused on, or there's this one thing that I could be focused on, which is the music, which is what matters.
Right.
Boom. On the music scene, let's talk about today's music. What
Okay.
artists are you feeling out here today, my G? What artists are you fucking with?
Most recently, well, I mean, I've been fucking with Don Toliver, but his new album is fire as fuck.
Okay.
I really like Tizo Touchdown. I think his
Mm,
album, How Do You Sleep at Night, was one of the most well written and produced albums of that year. Who else do I just fuck with in general? Of course, Nipsey Hussle, as
okay.
always. Cousin Stiz, Cinia. I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's like Cinead something. She's a singer. Olivia Dean. Everybody's on Olivia Dean right now.
Okay.
Larry June. I mean, I'll fuck with everybody. Yo Dog, Dom Kennedy. Like I'm listening. That's who I'm listening to right now. Anyway, is a lot of that shit. Who else am I listening to? Buddy's new shit. I'm still listening to old 50,
Okay. Okay.
Logic, Babyface, Kendrick. I mean, yeah, I got a playlist called
Good
In
job.
Rotation
Good job.
on my Apple Music. I think it's on my Apple Music profile. That's what I'm listening to. Like generally, like I keep that on tuck when I get in the car. That's my all right, play that.
For sure. Two more artists I'm gonna put you on. Two,
Okay.
right? One of them is from Memphis.
Okay.
His name is Virghost, like Virgo, but
Okay.
instead of it just being Virgo, it's Virghost.
Okay.
Virghost.
Okay.
Right, boom. The next person is Spitz Nelson from Jersey.
Spits with a Z.
No, just regular Spitz. Like
All right.
that person spits, like they got bars, and the
Yeah.
last name is Nelson.
Bet Spits Nelson.
Yeah.
All right. I wrote all three of them down.
Yeah, for sure. Like they dope. You know, this ain't like the hardest hardcore music in life, but they smooth with it. They smooth with it. You know, they cold with it.
Yeah.
Slick tongue, but they got something to say. You know, like they said, the South got something to say. Like you gonna really enjoy listening to their music. You know, these this is
Bet.
it's grown man music. You know what I mean? It's grown man music. So with that said, my next question for you,
So
top, I said top five artists you would like to work with.
top five artists I would like to work with.
Dead or
Um,
alive. Dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Nipsey Hussle, number one.
Mm.
Love to work with Currency.
Ooh.
Would love to work with Mick Jenkins. Would love to work with Hit Boy because he's a rapper and producer.
Mm.
My last slot. Who would I give that to? Ah, shit, this is a good one. Who would I give my last slot to? I already said Hit Boy. Let's see. It would be a toss up between Buddy and Kendrick.
Hey, it's all up to you, bro. I'm just here asking
It,
questions,
and it
man.
probably would be Kendrick, just
Okay,
because I think Kendrick would also push me outside of my box. Well, I mean, I think both of them would, but probably Kendrick more would get me to do something or think of something in a way that I haven't. And I think that's the reason I like I want to work with a lot of people I want to work with. It's just like I like people that make me think or do things in a way that I don't normally do because who knows what you can come up with.
for sure. All right. I know that you're a weed smoker.
True.
As a weed smoker, do you have your go-to shows?
My go-to shows, Rick and Morty off top. Any cartoon, really. Uh,
Wait. You just said Rick and Morty. That's my shit, man.
yeah, Rick and Morty, man, all day.
Fucks with Rick and Morty, bro.
Yeah, all day, dog. My
That's the
nigga.
shit. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. They'll be saying shit to you, man. You don't even realize. You go, wait. What the fuck? Did they just solve a problem and give you the riddle to some shit and then just
Yeah.
scroll past like they ain't even say shit, man? While talking to you about theoretical dynamics and astrophysics physics and all that shit, like that shit's crazy, fam.
Shit is fire. That's
All
one
in
of
one show. Like it's
that's
like
one of
just
my favorite shows.
yeah, yeah. They dope. They dope.
Like I think I rewatched the well, it's 8 seasons now, but I think I rewatched the first seven like twice.
Yeah, so I took a break and now I have to restart. I think season five. So I have to jump
Okay.
back in and start over. Not start over. Yeah, but start from season five. All right. So Rick
Okay.
and Morty. What's your next one then, homeboy?
Let's see. Rick and Morty. I really like the Solar Opposites.
Another show that I fucks with, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Another one. Yes, sir.
yeah,
You on the right page. All right. I'm
yeah.
talking to the right guy.
So Solar Opposites is cool as shit. Um, damn, Dexter.
Yo, are you bullshitting right now?
Dexter is probably is that whole anything Dexter. All the new shit, the old shit, the middle shit with the
Yeah.
sun. I love
Yeah.
all of that shit.
I'm doing the one right now. I think I did the one with the sun because it was only like one or two seasons, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the one I'm watching right now is when he's the younger version of Dexter. That's what
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
fucking with
yeah. I
right
watched that
now.
one too. I need them to come out with the next season of that one. I don't know what's the holdup.
I don't either. I don't even know how many seasons it is, but I'm locked in with it when I can be, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm like a binger or not like I create so much that sometimes I just won't. Like I'll do the bare minimum.
Mhm.
I'm gonna write a verse today and I'm not doing shit else.
That's how I
So
feel. That's how I
in
feel
those
about it.
times I'll watch, I'll go through a whole series or whatever. So yeah, that anything Dexter for sure.
Yes, sir.
Uh
Yes, sir.
Really any cartoon. I didn't seen a whole bunch of obscure shit. The Life of Tom. Um I mean, I couldn't name it, name the other ones off the top of my head,
Hmm.
but yeah, fucking Midnight Gospel. If you like, Solar Opposites, Rick
Okay.
and Morty, you'll really like Midnight Gospel.
Midnight Gospel. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's on Netflix if it's still there. It's only one season, but it's on
Okay.
some like solving the world shit, like it's or solving like the world's problem shit, but
Yeah,
it's super cool. Midnight Gospel. I think it's only 8 episodes, but it's fire. I wish they had a second season.
for sure.
Super Jail, all of that type of anything like that.
Okay.
I'm a watch. Anything that my shorty is watching, which could be old or new. It could be Veronica Mars. It could be
Hmm.
damn Alex Cross. Um, it could be You, the show with the serial killers. Whatever the fuck. You
Okay.
know, I'm not mostly if I'm watching TV, it's gonna be a cartoon generally or a comedy. Mike Epps, you
Okay.
know,
Here's a
Richard
show.
Pryor, Which Way Is Up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch some shit like that.
Here's a show that you may like.
All right.
It's a little different, but it's about this family and the drug trade, right?
Okay.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Zero Zero Zero.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything like that.
000.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime.
All right. I'm gonna add that to my sheet.
Yeah. Yeah. As a smoker, do you have your go-to snacks or your go-to meals that you make?
Fruit. It doesn't matter.
You do
Grapes,
you do the shit you
blueberries.
do the shit I do, huh?
I
Listen,
make I go to the store every week, buy a couple different fruits,
mm,
wash them hoes off, put them in a bunch of different containers, and I
there it
grab them
is.
hoes when it's time to eat, dog.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not doing a whole bunch of extra shit. We not,
Mm-mm.
And I
Mm-mm.
know me,
No.
I can fuck up some snacks.
Yeah.
So I got to be better on myself. So I
Yes.
for years now I just fuck with the fruit. I might have some cookies or something like that now and again. A Snickers with almond, a Hershey's with almond every now and again. But I try to just stick to the fruit and that's it.
Fruit is the best when you high.
Man,
It's like that should be talking to your taste buds. It's like boop, 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 all the way down. Boop, 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 boop,
I
boop, boop, boop.
love, yeah, there's nothing better than that shit.
Fruit is awesome. I also do apples or oranges
Yeah.
with honey.
Ooh, that sounds good. I ain't did that, but that sounds
Fire.
good.
Fire. And then I do the banana with Nutella.
Okay. That sounds like it too.
Some people prefer peanut butter,
Yeah.
but my nigga, when I grab that Nutella and I spread it on, when I cut them little pieces up,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
sit there, I'm good, man.
It's like that. All right. Well, say
Yeah.
less. I tried it with the peanut butter. I ain't never tried it with the Nutella. I'm gonna have to try that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't eat like just the regular oranges. I get like the blood oranges. Those are the ones I
Those
like.
yeah, I only had those once or twice, but they
Yeah,
hit. You
they
ever
do.
ate a mango like 30 minutes to an hour before you smoked though?
I have a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, them hoes it's supposed to get you higher.
Yeah, it do. But what you can also do if you're really good at it, because I'm not great at rolling. That's why I buy my pre-rolls and I just stuff them. I buy
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cones and I just stuff them.
Yeah, that's what I
If
be doing. I mean, I'm decent at rolling, but fuck that.
if you are decent at rolling, you can take the skin of the mango and you can roll up. Yeah,
Man, I did.
if you really hard like that,
I
if you
heard
really
that,
want to
but
know,
I
yeah,
ain't
if you
that
really
hard.
want to
I
know
try it one
ones,
of these days, but
I've seen it. I've
I
seen
yeah,
it.
I ain't seen it, but I heard it. Now, let me ask you this. Are you an indica or a sativa man?
Indica or sativa. So let me tell you this. All right, because I'm very particular about that since we're talking about it. All right.
All
So
right.
when we say indica or sativa, I am in between. I prefer a hybrid indica or a
Okay.
hybrid sativa. All right.
Okay.
Now, in the process of saying that, you have to understand something. It just depends on where I am and what I'm doing throughout the course of that day.
Okay.
If I'm going to be out and about, give me the hybrid sativa. But if I'm gonna be at home and I ain't going nowhere, give me the hybrid indica
Okay. So
because I
you a
know
connoisseur.
I
You
am, I
you a
really am,
connoisseur.
I
You
really
really,
am.
I'm gonna smoke my indica today. I'm finna
Yes
go
sir,
do
I'm
woo
that
woo
guy.
woo. Okay. All right.
I'm
You
that
know
guy.
what? That's funny. I just started getting over there. I just told myself, man, you know what? I got me a little zip of a sativa. I said, man, next time I go, I'm gonna give me a zip of something else, and I'm
There
gonna
you
keep a
go.
half of the other shit.
That's what I am. That's how I do it because for me, it's the function of the day, right? If I
Yeah,
smoke indica all day, unless that's something like I normally do, bro, I would be fucked up when I'm out here in the world doing what I need to do. Like I'll
yeah,
be like, your body won't respond to everything the way that it's supposed to because it's telling you to relax all the time. It's always telling you, yo, you gotta relax. And
true.
what you're trying to do is you're trying to fight it while you out, so it's slowing you down for a very good reason, so for me, I need to be awake. Now let me also say, if it's strictly sativa, of course I love my hazes. I'm a super silver haze guy.
Okay, Silver
those are
Haze
my
Classic.
those are my favorite ones, right? Green crack, another one of my favorite. Look at ooh.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
one of my favorites, right? Oh yeah, so I have my favorites. Um, but my favorite on the indica side is purple Kim Dog.
I heard of that. I don't know if I
Yeah.
had it before though, but
Well,
I heard of
purple
that.
Kim Dog is great for me, man. It does everything I need it to do, and it's gonna punch you in your face and make you sit down. All right.
Okay.
Now, if you smoke it enough, like I did at one point in time, like I haven't. Let me say this: I haven't smoked in a couple years because I was just trying to get things together and
Yeah, yeah, that's real
focus on a
shit.
new job and focus on new opportunities, which I have now.
That's
Man,
real.
maybe sooner or later I'll pick it back up and get back to it. All right, but that purple Kim Dog,
Yeah,
bam. It's a hell of a thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a beautiful thing to have. But my all-time strand, strain is, excuse me, is Blue Dream.
Blue Dream is you can't go wrong with Blue Dream.
Bro, that's classic to me, man.
You can't go wrong with Blue Dream.
That's Blue Dream is cold, and it's gonna fuck with you. It's gonna fuck with you. It's gonna start talking to you and saying shit to you. But you just
Yeah.
yeah, but you just got to maintain. You got to be in control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be able to maintain and be in control because it's gonna say stuff to you. You know, it's gonna have you thinking some weird shit, or how you talking to yourself a different type of way. But you got to go, yo, this shit is really fucking with me.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, it's the
Yes, so
weed, dog. It's the
it's the weed.
weed,
It's
man.
the weed. It's definitely the weed. So yeah, when you get a chance, definitely um mount up on all your fruits and vegetables to make sure that you got them in a house.
Yeah,
Oh, and
yeah.
I also do tea with mine too. I don't know if you do tea.
Big tea drinker.
You a big tea
Loose
drinker.
leaf tea.
My nigga, man. This is what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Loose leaf tea, dog.
My nigga, bro. My nigga. So that's what I do. Like once I start smoking, that tea starts brewing, bro.
Yeah.
And now because of that, I'm just so much of a tea drinker because that's part of the pleasantry and part of the makeup of it is you're trying to remain peaceful. And you're
Yeah.
trying, for me, I don't know about you, but I think most people they become introspective about life and where they are, or they want to watch TV and they want to be able to just focus on that. So that's me. I'll be sitting here, I'll be drinking tea, I'll be chilling out, just watching Netflix or whatever it is, and I'll just chill out.
Same.
You know, nothing too crazy, nothing too off the wall. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
I'll turn everything off. You know, I just sit around and just look at, hey, what are you happy about? What are you not happy about? What would you like to do differently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that guy
Yeah, yeah. Nah, tea is definitely yeah, tea. I'm a connoisseur with the tea.
for sure. So I bought this new tea off of Amazon. It's called Blueberry Merlot. Fire. Look at you. Yeah, yeah, bro. I'm trying to give you some game, man. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
enhance.
I done wrote down the whole, I'm about to have to
Yeah, yeah.
get a new note page.
Yeah, it's all love, bro. You gonna have a bunch of shit, man. I got the passion fruit and papaya that I just got off of Amazon too.
Yeah,
Like I'll throw you the links. I'll throw you the links. I'll throw you
it's
the links off
a
Amazon.
it's a brand called Tiesta Tea. They got this drink called Peach Party. I don't know if you
Mmm.
like peach, but it's
I love peach. I got a
that
couple
whole
peaches and
fire.
nectarines in here too that I need to knock down.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah.
fire. It's a dude named, well, I don't know what he go by now, but he used to go by Minty Bong Water. He make
Dude
this.
is fire.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's fire. He
Black
makes
dude
the
with the
tea.
grill and shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That nigga cold, bro.
He be
That
having
nigga
me at the
cold.
crib like, nigga, I need to go get some shit and make my own tea.
Listen, I be sitting there looking like, can I really do this shit?
Man, I think so.
But that ain't my lane. I ain't jumping that lane. My lane is doing this podcast, talking shit with the homies, being cool, and cooking, doing a little cooking. That's my shit.
Okay.
That's my shit. Doing a little
We find
cooking.
out you're out here chefing it.
Just a little bit, man. One of the best meals I had recently, we gonna call it the red meal. All right. I made a red meal, so I had or the red and orange meal, right? But we gonna call it red. So I did salmon or
Hmm.
salmon, however you want to pronounce it. I did salmon. I had kidney beans with red quinoa,
Okay.
right? With with cilantro and lime,
Yeah.
fire. And then at the end, I had me a baked potato.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, something slight. Slight work.
Yeah, yeah, good. The whole meal, dope. The whole
Yeah.
meal, dope, bro.
Yeah.
But you gotta make sure that you do your cilantro and lime correctly to make sure that you get that flavor with the butter and everything else with the kidney beans and the quinoa. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because the quinoa grains are so small, you got to make sure that you enter the correct amount of kidney beans because otherwise it'll blow up and it'll take over everything and it just looks crazy, like I did. You
Nah,
know what I'm
I
saying?
can imagine. I fuck
Yeah,
with quinoa, so I can
I
definitely
love
imagine.
quinoa. Quinoa is good. It's another source of grain and fiber, and to me, it's better than rice, as they have been saying it is better than rice. So,
Yeah, it's definitely lighter on you than rice too. Probably more nutrient rather than because I know rice can break down the sugar.
it is because that's what it is them using sugar, right? So the sugar and the starch breaks down in the body and it sits with you for a longer period of time. So until I find out that the quinoa does the same thing, I think I'm gonna go with quinoa. And what's the other one, bro? There's another one.
Couscous.
Couscous, yeah, couscous. Yeah, I think there might be another one in that family too, but
You're
I think
probably right.
there might be another one, but those are the things, bro, that you know that they're good. So and I'm gonna try to figure out what my green meal gonna be, but I really don't know. So I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it. And I have to do that. Then I have to do like a purple meal or a blue meal. That's just me being creative in my head,
Yeah,
as an artist and everything, the same way yourself is. But definitely,
everything
bro,
is art, that's for sure.
hell yeah, get your fruits together, man. Grab you some honey. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, yo, this is crazy,
Yeah.
crazy, fam.
Yeah, I'm finna see if that's in stock.
Hell yeah,
My
hell yeah,
dog, you got that purple Kim dog? What's cracking?
yeah, yeah. Check. Oh, definitely check that out, bro. I'm telling you, if you ain't never been punched in the face, you know.
It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. It's been since I lived in Virginia. It's been a good
Okay.
10.
Okay, but you definitely gonna like that. Like that's purple Kim dog is a strictly indica. You know what I mean? So it's
Okay.
very heavy.
Okay.
Other than that, have you tried blue cheese?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big fan of blue cheese. Big
Big fan
fan.
of blue cheese. So when you smoke your blue cheese, do you ever smoke it, blow up the smoke in the room and everything? I call it leave ghosts in the room. That's what I call it, leave ghosts in the room, and then go out and then come back in and smell and you smell like the cheese and everything.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The blue cheese smells so good, you gotta do that.
I do that. I love that. I love that. I do the same thing with Blue Dream.
I do the I do the same thing with it's called sour tangy.
Sour Tangy. I've heard of Sour Tangy. Yes, sir.
So it's got that same almost blue cheese smell, but it's a little
Mm-hmm.
more it's a lot more citrusy
Yes, yeah, sweet.
smell, bro. It smells so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. When you smoke that Blue Dream and you leave out and you go in your bathroom for like 4 or 5 minutes and you come back out or whatever room and you come back into that same room that you're smoking in, that smell is awesome.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
love that smell, bro.
Yeah, Shorty hate the smell of weed. I'd be like, yeah, you tripping.
Yeah. And I understand why she does. It's a very pungent smell. And
For
then now
sure.
because they've added so many different chemicals to it, it stinks on a higher level. But
Yeah, yeah.
I don't blame her. I ain't mad at her. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to smell it either, bro. I ain't, like even when I be outside and people be smoking, I'm like, God damn, that shit stink, bro.
Yeah.
But the after effects of it is actually good for you. Um, and the smell of it, if you got the right one, man, the smell is just dope, man. It ain't just the smell of weed, it's something else, man.
Yeah.
But you just got to be careful, man, because they putting so many chemicals into the stuff, man. We don't know what we getting anymore.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's a fact. Definitely, that's definitely a fact. All right, bro. Is there anything you wanna plug before we get up out of here? Because I think we done covered just about everything. We've been on here talking, shooting shit for a minute.
First I want to say thank you to you. Appreciate you for having me on here. This was a dope interview.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite ones that I've done for sure.
Hmm.
Other than that, y'all want to tap in with me is at I am Tracy Lamont, TracyLamont, TracyLamont.com. Every day we getting closer than yesterday. That's all I got for y'all.
Every day we getting closer to yesterday. For
Closer
those who
than
don't,
yesterday.
closer than what?
Closer than yesterday.
That's what I said. Every day we
Oh, I
getting
thought you
closer
said two.
than
That's my bad.
every day we getting closer than yesterday. If you don't understand what that mean, man, to me, I would like to say that you're running out of time. You better get to it,
Real shit.
right?
Real
You're
shit.
running out of time. You really better get to your shit. You better
Better
find
figure
your
it out.
niche and you better say it again.
Better figure it out. Better figure it out. That clock is running, man. But all you gotta do is start.
Have you ever seen the Dion Cole special? I forgot the name of it. Um, Cold Hearted.
I haven't.
It's on Netflix. Check it out. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, how many people in the audience are 30 years old?" People start raising. He said, all right, everybody, listen to me real quick. You 30 years old? The average human being lives to be 72 to 75 years old. You know what that means? You got 40 summers left. You better figure that shit out.
That's real. That's real. I be telling people, bro, lifelong as fuck for a lot of people. You just waste a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of people do. They just waste time. They just fuck around thinking that it's okay, thinking that can't nothing happen.
Yeah.
And the can't nothing happen is what you're doing.
Yeah.
You are the can't nothing
That's
happen.
it. That's crazy. I never thought about that, but that is exactly. Can't nothing happen? Yeah, won't nothing happen because you ain't doing
You
nothing.
ain't doing nothing. You are literally doing nothing. I used to be around
Damn,
people
bro.
like that and I broke away from that. And I was like, yo, I told them, yo, it ain't that I don't like y'all, but y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't got no motion.
Yeah.
Y'all
And
ain't got
don't
no
want
motion.
none.
Right. And then when I go out here and I be hanging around people, like everybody I'm around, they got shit going on. Even if they don't have a bunch of crazy stuff going on, they working. They getting up and they going and doing stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Say
Yeah.
what it is one more time. The name of the project. Say it again.
Closer than yesterday.
All right. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's Tracy Lamont with Closer Than Yesterday, the new projects that he got coming out. Me, myself, I am Brother O. Some say Omega. That's fine with me as well. But remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. Tracy Lamont, I appreciate you for jumping on my podcast and shooting the shit with me, brother. I look forward to talking to you again and listen to more of your music.
Yes,
Anything you want to
sir.
leave with the people before we get out of here?
No, man. Appreciate you. Oh, y'all tap into this super dope interview, man. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Yes, sir. We out. We are done here.